Australia court reopens case on excluding trans bi women from lesbian group events. A federal judge in Australia has set aside an earlier ruling that blocked a lesbian advocacy group from excluding trans and bisexual women from its events. This has sent the case back for review. The case centers on the Lesbian Action Group, LAG, which sought a 5-year exemption from the Sex Discrimination Act in 2023 to restrict its events to lesbians born female only. The Australian Human Rights Commission, AHRC, denied that request, stating it was not reasonable to exclude transgender women from such community events. LAG appealed, and in January 2025, a tribunal ruled the exclusion would constitute unlawful discrimination. Now, Justice Mark Moshinsky has overturned that tribunal decision, citing legal errors and ordering a reconsideration. Heather Corkhill, the legal director of Equality Australia, said, quote, "The court has not endorsed discrimination against trans women, and it has not decided whether the exemption should be granted. It has simply identified legal errors in the tribunal's reasoning. So the matter must now be reconsidered." End quote. Justice Moshinsky said the tribunal had taken too narrow a view of its exemption powers and suggested the law could allow broader interpretation, including considerations of biological sex. The case will now return to the tribunal for reconsideration. That's a lot. There's a lot going on there, I gotta say. But to me, it goes back to people not knowing the difference between biological sex and sexual identity and sexual preference, like all of that. And if it has to go back to consideration because of technical errors, then hopefully it comes out on the side of inclusionary rulings, inclusionary rulings, so that all women, be they lesbian, queer, whatever.
I'm going to have a slightly other view. We talked about this once before. There was a gay campground that wanted to exclude trans men from the campground. So, and we had a discussion about that. This particularly, you're right. There is a difference between sexual identity and sexual preference.